This is going to be a video on chart and a little market analysis on what I start with on looking at a NASDAQ 100 chart. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with a method called top-down analysis where we will start at the high time frame for major key levels or key areas of interest, and we will scale down to lower time frames for more current entries and more current movements of where price action is going. So one candle signifies 5-day blocks because there's 5 days in a trading week. You take the weekends off. So this is our current trading. This is our current weekly candle. We have 1 day and 17 hours left on this current green weekly candle. This is the week before the current one. This is last week. This was 5 days ago, and we were on a downtrend. Now we're in an uptrend on this weekly candle. So I'm going to find key levels of interest of where price could potentially move to. So I'm going to I already got my horizontal line and my shortcuts, but you will find your horizontal lines right here along with other lines, but you can star them up to put them in your shortcuts, just to get to them faster. So I have some markings that's already favorited to get to faster. So I already got my horizontal line. I'm going to make a line here, and I'm going to make another line here at the current low. Okay, now you're gonna ask, why would you choose these levels and not the top up here, and why not at the bottom over here? Well, because like I said, when I start off with the weekly, I want to get a broader look of the near future, the next couple of days, while still being a little current. So like this area is still that, both ways. It's a broader outlook, just based off where price is currently at. Like price is currently at like at 18,843. At 19,932, this level was a major level because prior to this last week, we went up here and it respected off this level. In the past, it's been high interaction in this area. You know what I'm saying? So not necessarily just specifically this line, just this area alone, but you can kind of determine where price was very significant based off of the line, if that makes sense. So this is kind of like my key resistance because it's based off of the weekly time frame. This is my key support based off the weekly. This is my key support because it's where the current weekly low has been placed. And if we go to the past, we can also see that this was an order block area based on this formation right over here. Order block was triggered again when it hit this level and it respected this support, causing it to go up. What also caused this to go up is major news that happened today and some other days prior. So weekly, I'm even gonna make this a little tighter, a little bit up here, kind of like right there. It's a little, yeah, kind of like right there. The weekly time frame, I'm only gonna have like maybe like two or three markings lines, if that. I'll have like more lines scaling down to represent more current bias basically, and I'll take those out, and I'll even like remove markings like later on, like throughout the week, you know what I'm saying, throughout months and stuff like that. Like I'm always changing up different lines while like trying to minimize what's on the chart, because it doesn't have to be a whole bunch of lines. It's just like key lines that I kind of look for, but they'll even, like I said, they'll be like even tighter or smaller key lines or levels like during that day, you know what I'm saying, or during those few hours. So let's go to the daily, right? Um, each candle represents a day, 24 hours. A new day starts at 6 o'clock Eastern time, my time, Eastern time. In LA or the West Coast, that'll be like 3 p.m. Excuse me. Um, Eastern time is like, like I said, 6 o'clock Eastern time is going to be the start of a new trading day. 5 o'clock is going to be the end of the prior trading day. There's going to be a pause for an hour. 6 o'clock rolls around, new trading day starts. Right now, price is just going down, and it's low volume, so there's not much trading right now going on. Um, Low volatility and all of that. The prior day, there was major news that happened today, because this is still today. Well now it's Thursday. It's now midnight as I'm speaking now. But this prior day, major news had been scheduled. The FOMC meeting minutes scheduled at 2 o'clock. So I can see price like coming down some more, even like based off of the daily candle. I have a friend who uses like Fibonacci. He would use like fib to determine a golden level. I don't use Fibonacci too much because I can kind of see like a key level just by looking. You know what I'm saying? And it's already gonna correlate. And sometimes I may not place it the right way, but I do know how to place a Fibonacci. But I just don't need to use it as much, um, because like I said, I can see price like come in to now. Like I said, we're in a daily time frame, right? I'm gonna use a ray instead of a horizontal line. I can see price like coming right here, just based off interaction. Current movement. Current movement. I can see it like just messing around in this area and even like coming back up, just based off of like structure and movement. It could very well continue down. Also, this is a big zone too. Where I got these lines, I already know this is a big zone, so it can play around in this area while this being the mid zone. This horizontal is a mid zone. You can already see it's a mid zone. So it's gonna play around in this area before it decides it wants to continue going up or if it wants to continue going down. So I could already have that mid zone right there just based off of the daily. Going to the four, we know that this is a mid zone because this interaction right here. We know that this is the mid zone. So that's kind of like all that I'm getting right now. I'll pretty much like do like a live trading video because I don't want to like make this like super long. It's just like I said, like I don't do too much. I'll have these two. I'll have like a couple lines based off of the weekly, and I'll have my two indicators right here. The Bollinger Band, which you see right here, is basically like a channel that goes around the market. The market goes through it. This is basically a channel to show signs. It shows signals of market changing direction. So, for example, if the market like comes all the way to the top, it signals that market's going to change direction to go to the bottom, and vice versa. Once the market goes to the bottom of a Bollinger Band, like right here, it will signal that it's going to want to go to the top. However, it doesn't always happen. General law, that's a general law, but laws can be broken, right? So you can have price coming to the Bollinger Band, like even right here, and it still stays above this blue line. This blue line is the standard deviation. The general law for that is that it is basically another moving average. With moving averages or with standard deviations, if it's under this, then it's going to signal that price is going to stay under respected and continue going down, um, which will invalidate the other law, um, which of me saying that this going to the bottom and going back up. It's invalidated, and it's respecting the other law as far as the staying under the standard deviation, which acts as a moving average, and vice versa. If it's above the standard deviation, it can go up, but it respected the top of the Bollinger Band is also hitting this mid-level mark that I just drew up and went down. Eventually, it went down to this level, respected. Eventually, it wanted to test again and break structure and continue up. So it's like the market will, oh man, it'll make all these moves. You just gotta like determine what moves it's gonna make uh while knowing the movements, the manipulation, why it's making the manipulation, knowing that it can invalidate one general law and respect another general law. You just have to be aware and be in the know of all of that stuff. So yeah, this pretty much like sums up most of it. Oh yeah, I wanted to show the other indicators. So this is the Bollinger Band, and next I'm gonna hide the Bollinger Band and show the moving average cross because I'm on Trading View Basic. So I use the moving average cross to show two moving averages that will help me on my entries. And I go, oh snap, okay, I go to smaller time frames for more precise entries for these moving averages. But basically, the same rules apply. If it's above a moving average, if price is above a moving average, it's going to continue up. Vice versa. If it's going to be below a moving average, it's going to go down. And sometimes it doesn't matter like which. Sometimes it doesn't matter which moving average, but you definitely want to have both of them. The black one represents my 60 moving average. My red represents my 200 moving average. Real quick, this is where you input the settings. You want to have these settings, 60 and 200. It's going to help you with entries and all of that. Resistance movements, rejection movements, all of that. So yeah, that kind of sums up. This is what it looks like all together. Kind of sums up kind of like, yeah, what I do firsthand. And yeah, I just wait for New York session to roll around. There's gonna be news at 8:30 Thursday a.m. I'm going to trade around the news, and yeah, y'all gonna see it. So y'all stay tuned.